Welcome to another episode of Brain Dump. I'm your host, Donovan Clark. Let's get on with the topic. So today, I want to talk to you guys about not imposing your standards onto other people and not expecting for other people to have the same standards and morals that you have. So take a quick look at this video.
My last relationship was like 3 months, bro. My last relationship ended terribly. And
Did you end it or did she?
I don't know what happened, to be honest, man. What happened was, this is what I'm trying to say, and this is the whole point of this interview. And I would like the world to know and understand that I was in a relationship. I love this girl. I was so into her, man. I would have done anything for this girl, and she knows it. And the sad thing was, I remember I had a seizure. I passed out, like I woke up. I don't know what caused this or what happened. I remember 3 cops are surrounding me and I started going nuts. And I tried to understand exactly what's going on. And I remember my girlfriend was just screaming, "I love you," constantly. And then next thing you know, I woke up in the hospital. And I don't know why. They released me, they discharged me. I came back home to her place because I was basically living with her. And I find this girl with her ex the same night I had a seizure, the same night I went to her place, and they were fucking. And seeing that made me realize that this is what the world's capable of.
So yeah, that was a pretty crazy story. Shout out to the Desirable Truth. Thank you for all of your in-field work that you do, especially around that Miami area. Better than me, I will say that. But this is just one of those main takeaways from that video. Was like, you can't expect people to have the same morals as you just because of proximity. I think about a time, my girlfriend, and I have to kind of remind her about this a lot, just because she'll see certain things in media, or we can even be out and she'll see certain things and she'll just be like, "Why are they like this? They shouldn't be doing this." And it's like, yeah, you're right. But also to that person, they're right. The same thing applies to dating. The same thing applies to business. It applies to life. You can't expect everyone to have the same morals and standards as you. Here's why.
Hey, thanks for checking the video out. So I know you're watching this because you're the kind of person that yearns for better. You know that you can perform a lot better in your own life, but you don't know exactly where to start. So years of coaching and teaching across music, athletics, financial literacy, personal development, I enjoy guiding people just like you into a life filled with confidence, clarity, and momentum. And so if you're wanting structured support and a coach that can help you build your next chapter, reach out and work with me. Now, back to the video.
One of the main reasons is that we live in a world now where entitlement just rules over so many people. There's so much entitlement because we live in a society where you can get anything that you want, at the snap of a finger, or simply pressing an app. So that sort of entitlement gets cultivated over time. And as it gets cultivated, it starts to seep into other facets of people's lives. So now it's like, oh, well, if I want some food, I'll just DoorDash right away. So since I can do that, then, I should be able to DoorDash other stuff, and, literally and figuratively. And so you have to be ready for that. Another reason why you can't expect people to have the same morals or standards as you, this may sound a little harsh, but coming as a person who trained in martial arts in his formative years, I don't think there's been enough people that have been punched in the face before. We all know that famous Mike Tyson quote, or I don't even know if he said it, but it's always attributed to him, something along the lines of, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face or whatnot. And one of the things that I learned from my time in martial arts, and maybe I'll even make a separate video about that in the future, but one of those things that I learned was this concept that you don't deserve anything just because you are who you are. And so you learn that early on, like when you're sparring somebody and you get kicked in the head.
You rather get frozen into a block of ice by Mr. Freeze or get kicked in the fucking head by Batman.
Easy. I hate being cold.
So I picked being kicked in the fucking head by
You earned that kick in the head. There's nothing special about you to where your opponent should say, well, I'm going to abstain from kicking you in the head. Their goal is to kick you in the head, and they're going to try to kick you as hard as they want in the head. And so that same thing applies in life. The problem is that that's something that you learn when you're in martial arts, something you learn when you're in sports, something you learn from your parents. But I think it's pretty obvious that there are a lot of people who didn't get that growing up. And so once again, that kind of thing has infiltrated these markets, dating market, whatever. And so you have to be ready with that. You have to be ready for that. And so what can you do? What can you do to alleviate yourself from these things? I think the first thing is just understand that concept. Understand that not everyone has been raised the way you have been. Not everyone values the same things as you. The other thing to do is to meet people where they are, not where you want them to be. Don't impose your preconceived notions about them because of how they look or what have you. Don't expect lower. Don't feed into stereotypes. Be aware of them, but don't feed into them. Don't let stereotypes be the thing that control you. And the final thing would just be very confident in your beliefs and stand on them. Do not allow others to come in and sway you to not, follow the values that you've grown up on, the values that have helped you through life.